What's up, guys? Welcome back to the weekly scraps. I got a special guest in the house. My training partner, my neighbor, my Georgian, my Jamaican, my American brother, Merab. What's happening?
What's up, Aljo?
How
Thank
are
you
you?
for having me. Very good. I'm
Good,
good.
good. So, normally I don't do a lot of interviews, so
Yeah.
this is like one of my first like real ones. But first, I think you already poured your Nagbeg Levy.
Yes, close.
Yes,
Yeah.
you poured yours. So I'm gonna pour a little Funk Harbor to get the show started. Not too much
Wow.
because we still got to train tomorrow.
Yes.
I know you're gonna want to punch me one more time before the official end of the camp.
you are still my main train partner, but you
Cheers.
doesn't matter how much you drink, you still show up. You still give me the best rounds. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I try. I try. I try.
Yeah. Cheers. Cheers for us. God bless. And let's drink like as a let's drink. You know what
Nice.
this drink's called? If you can say, Wachtanguri.
Watanguri.
Yes.
Watanguri, baby.
Yeah. Let's drink Wachtanguri.
Let's drink Watanguri. Let's go.
Nice.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Haida, haida. I'm busting out the Georgian. So, let's get started with this. I would like to know just obviously it's been a great camp, at least from what I've seen. So I guess how are you feeling going into this?
I feel very good since I got good sparring session with you, with Cameron, with Daniel, and Nazim.
Nas, yeah.
Naz. And yeah, I've been sparring, training. I was doing my best, and everything feels good. Like no injury this time. Like just it was just a little simple things was there, but
Yeah.
I feel good. Beginning of camp, it was weird. Like usually when you have a new opponent, as yourself, like you like different feeling because you never training with him or never like this, and you always respect highest. But when I fought O'Malley, how I win. Uh, I make look easy, and then it was hard. But no, I still did my best, It was
Yeah.
beginning, it was hard, like rematch, like to get like
Like
motive.
it's motivated, excited.
Yeah,
Because I was gonna ask you that. I was
yeah.
like, obviously this is your first rematch. I think in the UFC.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know if you had rematches before, like in judo and any like competition before.
I do have a early in my career rematch with same guy, but those two fights it's not in my record. Actually, I have more fights in Georgia, but
Yeah.
yeah, that time I was so new in the game, and I'm not gonna include this like in this one. But this is like serious, legit rematch now.
Yeah. Because I was gonna ask. I was gonna say like going into a rematch, especially after winning, there's really not much to gain, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to. I know from a like firsthand personal experience. How do you get motivated? So I want to know like how do you feel? How did you get motivated to wanna, as you said, like in the beginning, it's kind of like hard because you
Yeah.
fought him already. You kind of it was pretty one sided. I know he was
Yeah.
trying to say before like he thinks he won the fight, which is just
Yeah.
crazy talk. But it's pretty one sided, and I think a lot of the fans kind of agree with that. So I guess where do you get the motivation from going into this?
I mean, I'm realistic, and when we look this one realistically, um, so our style as a grapplers, like 90% beats this guy, but there is still like maybe 10% like he time you good and a lucky
Yeah.
punch or good timing, or he uses his best weapon, and yeah, he may. I'm sure he's gonna throw it. Like fifth round, he really pelted me with the like shade,
Yeah,
like in
the
the
front kick.
front kick.
You
So,
know what's crazy about that?
yeah,
Because in training sometimes like we'll hit Morale to the body, and then sometimes he'll fake that he's hurt, and then he'll sell it. And he'll sell it so good. I remember the first time I seen him do it. He pretended he was hurt and made a face, and then the guy came. Our partner came, ran after him. And then he just comes back and starts laughing and bouncing around. I was like, that was the funniest thing. So
yeah.
when that happened, I was like, is he joking? Is he joking? I was like, oh shit, he actually got him. He got him. I was like, move, 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 move.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I haven't do this on a long time, but yeah, I was doing like in my training, my sparring. Yeah, you're right. Because I learned from Derek Lewis. Yeah, remember he got
Yeah.
hurt and he was about to go down and he knocked
I forget who it was. Was it
Volkov,
Volkov?
the Russian guy.
Yeah, Volkov, yeah.
Yeah, he knocked him out probably this. And then yeah, I was doing every time somebody even touch or do something, I was okay,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. But that time, yeah, so like that's why like the first thing when I was fighting Sean and I take him down, I control and then I tell you this one before and then I'm gonna say again for everybody. I was like surprised and shocked how this guy beat Aljo, but we know it's a sport.
Yeah.
One punch, one thing can change everything. And I know you're not making excuse, but my opinion, um, Margada uh, stop this fight early. Once he tell you move, and once you move, then he jump. And yeah, we all see that he wasn't out or something, and especially when it's championship fight and fighter
Yeah.
needs his
He
chance.
did have me hurt, though. I will say that. He did have me hurt, but it wasn't to the point where I was like, yo, come save me.
Yeah,
I want to keep
he
fighting,
was
but
keep
it was
moving.
just,
Yeah,
But sometimes when you're not mentally wanting to fight and you kind of try to trick your brain to want to,
right.
that's what I'm saying. So even like with the motivation, like how do you trick yourself into want to be motivated, or are you actually like excited and motivated? Where for my fight with Sean, I wasn't motivated other
Yeah.
than the potential that it might be a big fight and my Funk Harbor rum might be released. So I was like, okay, let me use this opportunity. But in hindsight, when I got in the cage, everything felt weird. I was like, I don't feel like I actually really want to be here. I kind of want to just go home.
I remember you was so you just wanted this fight over, like I know even after the fight. Yeah, I just okay. You said like, "Oh, I'm glad that I can take a vacation."
Yeah.
I was so tired. Like I remember,
uh,
and then
I wish it was a better vacation though, but it was
yeah,
still a fun vacation.
yeah. I remember it was such a heartbroken, bro. Like crazy. I know how good you are, how you like you in the grappling room or sparring room, you always like make us humble. Like you say, you always big brother. Make us look like a little brothers. And then and
Now I'm a little brother.
and then
Now I'm a
yeah,
little bro.
and then yeah, I like yeah the yeah so yeah the crazy things happen. But to answer your question, so I have two motivation to, yeah, I don't want to show Landon me his best shots, and the second motivation is I know how hungry he is. Either for him now, either everything or nothing, because he lost a lot of things. He make lots of changes, and then I know how bad he wants to come back, and I know how he is to be champion. He have everything now. He's like under, and he like lots of people doubted him, and now I'm sure he's super motivated. He will go like a risk and stuff like this.
Yeah. So speaking of preparation, is there anything like you did differently leading into this rematch at all, or like do you find like you had to do new things because maybe obviously it's a rematch, but you kind of you're familiar, you know what it's like to be in there with someone for 15 minutes
Right.
for real,
Yes.
you know.
I did added some new things in my game, and either in striking or grappling opinion, and I'm still trying to get better everywhere, and I think like I'm much better fighter now, uh, and like nothing, like I don't change nothing crazy, like not even my diet or something. Like I always say after the fight, like, oh, I'm gonna like do like new way,
Yeah.
like diet weight cut, but I'm still doing it all the way. My weight cut starts actually from now, you know and yeah, nothing specific, but yeah, I have to. I One thing what I missed this camp, I wasn't watching his like fights much. First fight I studied
Yeah.
him, so now this time like uh, tonight I think if I have moment time, I'm gonna go watch. I have to, but some family member call you,
Yeah.
and then it's a sleep time, and
It's
you
busy,
morning,
man.
yeah.
Champ life is busy, brother.
Yeah.
I trust you. I know. I know
Yeah,
how it goes.
yeah. Last week I did like this week I did like um, 7 Zoom interview and a media day and um, yeah, who else? I don't know, Mike Bisping interview and then like some stuff like this.
Yeah. That's honestly that's why I was even telling Vato, I was like, maybe I should cancel this because I feel bad because I know how
No,
much, especially as a champion, how much interviews
no, but
people
I
have
was waiting for this moment to come to your
to.
show. Come on,
No,
like
I
don't
appreciate.
cancel
No,
it.
I really do appreciate that. I really do.
Thank
So
you.
I know you said
But please,
basically.
what remind me, don't forget me. Like 9 to 10, I have a steak interview, and then you can text the group. The Merab will do from 10 to now tonight. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forget. It's good to good today, like now this time actually. Like now, tell them to wait a little bit. Yeah, no,
Yeah. No. No. I understand.
yeah, just,
I understand, brother. I understand. You got to make the money. You got to make the
yeah,
money while the
yeah,
iron is hot.
yes,
So I know you say you haven't changed too much, but just a few things here and there with the striking.
yeah.
Now, this is something I found pretty interesting. Um, so Sean O'Malley says he hasn't jaded the Peen once this year, and with that said, like everyone's got their vice and things that they're into, right? Things that their hobbies. Maybe
Right.
Jay and the Peen was something that he was a very big hobbyist of, smoking marijuana. I know he said he kind of cut that out of his life too in streaming, gaming. But do you think, like, in your opinion, like, do things like that really affect you? I mean, I don't know if you have stuff that you feel like you've needed to cut out before. Not trying to like throw shade at Sean, but I
Yeah.
just thought it was funny when he had to mention that he hasn't been Jane the Peen. So we made
Yeah.
that little skit video with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Jay the
you did good.
Peen.
I love that video. It's my favorite video actually. Well, if you guys don't know, check Aljo's Instagram reels. That's so
It's
funny.
so silly.
And um, uh, it depends. I guess it's mentally, but no, I don't know. Listen, social media or whatever you do, it's important today. You have to, you have to follow the news and like the JDP or whatever it calls. I have no idea. Like I mean, I do have idea, but
In a different way.
yes, exactly, bro.
In a different way. I
Exactly.
understand. I think the
Yeah,
people understand too. You
yeah,
don't gotta say it. We know what you're talking.
yeah.
We understand what the machine is putting down. You get it? If you get me.
And but things that he's motivated and he wants to make changes. I don't know. Who knows? Like, okay, let me tell you this example. Like, um, bro. Okay, okay. It's fun. It's Georgian story, but okay, I'm gonna translate it a little bit. I'm gonna try to tell you quick. So there is one guy, uh, very religion, and he he lives in mountain, and then he don't see either man or woman. He just by himself, and we call him monozone. I don't know what should we call English. Anyway, and he lives like an angel. He every day prays all day. Uh, he makes own food, and he never did anything bad in his life.
Yeah.
And because he wants to go heaven, right? And
Okay.
and then he wants to live long, and so one day he said, okay, I'm gonna take a 2 week vacation. I'm gonna go to city. He shaved his beard, shave his hair, long beard, and wear nice suit, nice cologne, nice nice shoes.
Yeah.
Everything looks perfect, clean, and then good looking man. And he's crossing street, and a car hit him, and he died. And now he died, right? And he was living like an angel, and then he met the God, right, in heaven. And then he's like, God, why you kill me? I all my life I dedicate you. I did everything best what I
Yeah.
can. And why you kill me? Oh, that's you. I'm sorry. I don't even recognize you. I don't recognize you.
Oh, I get it. Yeah,
So,
that's good. That's good.
so sometimes you do your best, like, like, oh yeah, like same example, like I know how better than you are with Sean, and I training with you every day, and I fought him, and I knew I think if you grab him, how we'll do it, or even striking, he can do nothing, right? But think the fights happen, maybe this depends, sometimes this doesn't matter,
Yeah.
saying we can only uh, control what we can control, like these things like everyday real life, you have a family, exactly, you have a friends, you have to balance, you cannot be like you cannot like separate everything, you
Yeah.
cannot
I guess like being really strict all the time.
yeah, exactly,
It's
like
kind of hard.
yeah, it's hard, like you can't be strict, like I said, you can't be strict and then you may get knocked down, what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, because I understand it's like discipline, and I don't want to take anything away from him. If that's what you feel you need to do to get to another level, then by all means, whatever makes you feel good in your head and your heart, right? Um, but at the end of the day, you could be the most disciplined. I've seen people who are super disciplined, super strict in their training camps, and they go out, they give it everything they got, and they come up short. And that's just the name of the game. It's just because what you do doesn't affect the outcome of everything, but you give yourself the best chance. And as long as that makes you feel good, I guess it's okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious because he specifically said Jane to Peen. I'm just like, shit, I J to Peen whenever I want to J to Peen, So I'm like, and I'm still going out there and getting W. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a little
Oh,
different though.
you are the goat, bro. Because I remember like I don't know, like I don't know if I think you talk about this one too, but that's why I'm gonna. I mean, you can. I don't know. You
Yeah,
can, you can, you can,
go.
you can cut this if you want.
Yeah, go ahead, go
But
ahead.
so like I remember you was fighting either Jimmy Rivera or Pedro Munoz. That was either 2018 or 19, and
Both in 2019.
yeah, okay, and then so yeah, we was with you, we was, I believe, we was hanging out or staying in one hotel room, and I remember I was there, and then I'm not sure, maybe Dennis also with me and whatever, and then your fiance Rebecca came, and you said, "Hey guys, just go
I
outside.
remember what you're talking about.
It is fight day." Fight day, and of course, like I was never think that Aljo fight day. Aljo will make a love with his fiance, right? I thought maybe they want like little bit time of themselves, but it's a fight day, like couple hours before the fight, and we left, and then Dennis told me next day, I think Aljo make a love with his fiance. I'm like, wow, bro, what a goat. You know what I'm saying? Like, couple hours before the fight, you know what I'm saying? He
I
make a
forget which
lot.
one that was. I only did it one time on fight day like this, and it was my best performance. And I was like, you
Must
know
be
what?
Pedro Muniz. Must be
You know
Pedro Muniz.
what?
Because you outshike him, you beat the shit out of him. Yeah, that was crazy. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Hey, bro. Hey,
If it works, it works.
hey, let me tell you this. Okay, funny story, this. And so, 2014. I was super religion. Um, like I was thinking to get married soon as possible, and I was looking for a wife.
Yeah.
And I would say like maybe 11 months. I haven't done anything. Like not don't kiss girl, not sleep with woman. Um, like what you go?
I said no donkeys.
Never, never. And then, no
Georgian joke. Georgian joke. It's a Georgian story.
more Tajikistan, Tajikistan mountain story. And then, yeah, when we get together, Georgia, Tajikistan, we joke. That's fine. But so what's the code? So like 11 months, no JTP,
Yeah, yeah.
no sleep with woman. I was super like strict. Every day I go sleep, like I'm gonna get married. I have to. Hopefully I can find a wife, and it was hard. Like like
Yeah, yeah.
I'm Georgian, you're Jamaican. Our testosterone is strong. So it was really hard, but so I still lost my fight. So you cannot you cannot you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
like,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
hey bro, like, that's
I know you mentioned like no injuries or everything, but I saw everyone was making like a big deal about like the toe or saying like it was broken or something. I don't know if that was like something that was old from another camp or because I didn't see it
yeah,
and
I
I
know.
never heard you even talking about it, so I was kind of confused where that was from. I thought it
I
was maybe
think
an old video.
that was from Thursday or Saturday. I was I think I sparring with you 3 rounds, and after I go with Cameron,
Yeah,
and I landed him like my kick, and then that's where I pelted. And yeah, I pelted. It was weird. I finished the round. It was no problem. And yeah, like in nighttime, I feel the pain. I put the ice, but next day still was swallowing and black and blue.
yeah,
And then yeah, it wasn't. But it's still chubby. It's still like fat, but. Like it's a little toe, and then not really. Like now, I feel that every time I kick now, feel it. But like when I walk, no problem.
yeah.
But if I kick this toe, but it's I should be fine. I still have like 8 days.
Yeah, I figured it wasn't bothering you too much
Right.
if because
Yeah.
I mean normally like
Yeah.
people would say something, but I haven't heard you say anything about it,
Right.
like
Yeah.
watch this or anything like that.
Right.
So, yeah, so I wasn't sure if it was like old,
Yeah.
but
That's fine. Yeah.
so now you're basically a businessman,
Yes.
right? What's the name of the company?
Uh, Namu.
Namu
Hinkali.
Hingali, not the Hajipur, Hingali.
Yes.
Yes.
Soup dumpling. Yeah. Because okay, let me tell you. Me and my friends. My friend lives. They live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I think you met them, Levan and Gio.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And Waso. So I live in Vegas, and like sometimes we miss Georgian food, and we don't have Georgian food, and sometimes we get Greek food or Italian food and like stuff like this. And this khinkali is most popular food in Georgia, like namu, soup dumpling. And uh, so we was thinking how to we can fix this, and then I mean, usually in New York, where the most Georgian people community lives, New Jersey, Philadelphia, they sell in like supermarkets, so they sell this um, frozen dumplings.
yeah.
But we don't have like a service like this to when you order from the phone.
Ah,
And then
okay, yeah,
now in 50 states, you can actually order namu.com. This khinkali namu comes freeze in your house. All you have to do is just throw in
in the oven.
oven, and then just boil it, and then it's ready for 12 minutes, and you have a best Georgian dumpling. I say best because when it's usually freezed, it's not the
Like
same.
frozen, yeah, frozen food is usually not
Yeah,
the
but this
best.
is the namu is the best, closest the real Georgia khinkali whatever you can in Georgia.
Yeah, I still have to order some because I know we were making some of them at your house the one time. I think you were cooking them,
Yeah.
right? Was it you or yeah? Do
Okay.
you remember this? You
Yeah,
cooked
yeah.
a whole like you cooked a bunch,
Yeah.
and I came. Some of them were a little flat. Some of them were a little flat,
Ah,
but some of them
yeah.
were good and
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just curious on what made you want to decide
Hey,
to do
brother,
that.
send me your address and I will send you.
No, no, I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
I know your address.
Yeah. I
Uh,
would say, but where can people get it if they want to buy some and try some?
yes, website namu.com. Yeah, if you guys, it's NANU.com.
Jake, you got that? Don't fuck this up. Put it on the screen.
Yes.
Okay, so with that, I also think you're one of the best followers on like social media. So I know a lot of the people. Anytime like I'm back home, my friends and family, they're like, "Yo, Merab is something else," blah blah blah. But they all rave about you, like saying good things, all positive stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know how do you come up with these ideas? Because I know sometimes you bring them to me, and then we do like some TikTok videos or some skits and stuff like that. So what's like the inspiration to get you to want to do stuff like this?
I'm gonna go back now. All our friends knows about your talent, and you're very funny guy, and then you start this making skits, and I was the like a very amateur in your video, like when you make a video cooking and like
Yeah.
you make me like a character to like play to, you know. After he made Way, he has a one video idea like that was 7 years ago, and
The cookies.
yeah,
They
I
still the
remember
cookies.
also when Daniel Corey and you used the towel and you did like same skits
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, with the Frank like that video. So I don't know where this video go, whatever. But you and you natural talented like Wato is here, and then every time we do something, you just one shot. Like me, sometimes I have to, you know, it's hard. Even when we did last time to go to the bed sleep, you know, I did like 10 shots. And you did once, and it was good. So. Long story short, you know, uh, you funny, I'm with you. You know, we all have positive energy, and um, but I was not focusing that like I am now. What happened was once I win 9 fights, and you move to division, you move up to division, and like they still skip me, like
Oh
like
yeah, for
I,
Cheeto. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like no, even like uh yeah, like you was gold in our division, and the you know, when you left the division, I was next guy in ranking to fight for the belt, you know, like
Yeah.
not in a Cheeto era. And then when they you know go there, I'm like, and then I met Hunter, and he says something like, oh, like I don't know, and then like, you know, this fight makes more sense because more views. I'm like, I have to do something like to come more, no, make noise, you know,
Yeah,
make a
yeah.
noise,
But
you know.
you making a lot of noise. It's good. It's all positive noise though. It's
Yeah,
really nice.
and then I came home.
Carcuzzi.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah, and
I
then
went to Taco Bell.
and then you know, me and Wato, we have a guest the night, and I used these guests, you know, in my video,
Yeah.
and then this video go millions of views. You know, so from there I go, you know, I focus more, and then yeah, like, but it's comes natural. You know, it was like as you see, I haven't make any skit for my opponent Umar Nurmagomedov because you know, like how, you know, I don't. First of all, I don't wanna, and then it doesn't make sense, and I was mad about him. But Henry Cejudo, he started make fun of me. He spelled my name wrong and like stuff
The
like
teacher,
this.
Professor
Yeah,
Morov. Yeah.
yeah, and then yeah, stuff like this. It was easy, and the show normally I was chasing, and then we find the guy, Georgian guy, who looked like him, like Saba, and uh, and it was easy to like now, like, you know, I did only one skit I think so far for Sean O'Malley, you know, I think for this new
Yeah.
fight, yeah, but like stuff like this, but yeah, when we gonna teach me this dancing for
Yeah,
Cheeto?
listen.
Let's do it.
I still have to learn how to do it myself. I'm not that good at that dance. I've been watching videos to try to see how to do this. I'm like, okay, how do we do this to make it good and still kind of funny? So I think it would be good.
Maybe we can film tomorrow.
So for me, I think this is one of the most historic title runs that you've been on in terms of anyone in the division, just because of how much fight you had to win just to even get to that position. I remember when I was there, the same thing. I was fighting and clawing my way up, and I just choked out Corey Sandhagen, and they were still telling me no. And then after I beat Sandhagen, you know, the UFC bantamweight title was vacant at the time,
Yeah.
but they decided to make Piotr Jan versus Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo was coming off of a loss,
Sorry.
split decision loss.
Let me stop you. Title was vacated before you fight for the
Sandhagen, yeah.
Before.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that that Sandhagen and I, we were the two highest ranked guys
Yeah, you guys supposed to be fight for the
for the
belt.
vacant belt. But I think we were 3-4 fighting for the title, and Jan was 5, and Aldo had just came off a loss, and he was like 7 or 8, something like this. But it's a close fight. He lost, but it's still a close fight. But they gave it to those guys. So I understand like having to wait and wait and wait, and you're just like, what the hell do I have to do? And then even after I beat Sandhagen, instead of giving me the next shot, they wanted to see if Frankie Edgar could come down to 35 and win. He had a really close fight to Pedro Munoz, so they couldn't give it to him. Then they tried to give Marlon Moraes to Sandhagen, and then Sandhagen knocks him out in round 2. So then at that point, you're like, well, there's nobody else because Sandhagen just beat these two guys. Frankie Edgar just beat this guy barely, and now I was like literally the last person.
Wow.
And of course, I finally got the title shot, but it was a terrible, terrible fight. I've talked about that multiple times. Just didn't eat right the first day of the fight. So for me, for you, I think this is a historic run because of how many fights you had to win. It's similar, very similar to Bilal. And then when you finally get to the shot, you make do and you cash out in a big way. So I don't know how does that feel to you? Your first title defense, God willing, everything goes well next weekend. You get another win, it'll be your second title defense. Like, what does all of that mean to you in terms of your career and your journey just to get to this point?
Thank you, Arjo. That was a good question. But when I look back now, I don't regret nothing. I'm just happy that how it's happened. It's I'm just grateful that everything how it's happened, because I know that I earn it.
Yeah.
And I don't get like pushed or gifted or something. And
No privilege, no
yeah,
special privilege. I won't say the name. No special privileges,
yeah.
no handouts, and no like, favoritism in terms of like matchups and stuff. You fought all the hardest guys, and you beat a lot of former champions. I mean, starting with Jose Aldo, then you beat Piotr Jan, you beat Henry Cejudo, you beat not Sandhagen, Sean O'Malley, and now you got to face O'Malley again. I think So we fought who did I fought? Barao, TJ, Henry, Jan. Yeah, we fought the same amount of champs. That's pretty dope. I think that's pretty cool. It's cool to me that like two of us from the same place kind of grew up and now I'm like now we're neighbors. It's like it's you don't see stuff like this that happens, and
crazy.
and you're on the cusp of just.
And what's more crazy is like I'm sure you remember those early days that when we used to sparring and it was big difference, and there is still the big difference how like he was always better than me, and but we was always training, push each other. Always we was giving. I mean, you humbled me all the time, and so like when I know that where I come from, like I wasn't like not something special, but just I have this hard work mindset, and then you you always working hard, always getting better, always learning new thing, and then talented with everything, uh, and then like just how much work and everything you put in, and so when I look back like now, it was impossible for me to even think to come UFC champion. Me, I was when I lost my first two fight, some controversial loss in UFC. I was hoping that I can just stay UFC more than, and then I can just be UFC fighter. Not I was hoping they're not gonna kick me out from UFC.
Yeah.
But and then after that, I was focused one by one. I made this par, and now I'm just grateful like how I like when I look back, I'm just grateful, and I'm happy and everything. Then okay, and then also like now I understand like. Now I understand like yes, we are hard worker, and we are true people, and we are I think same page and same. We both, me and you, we both think together. If you are most deserving guy, you get shot. But UFC is also politic. Sometimes they skip the best deserving guys to more big names, and this is the reality, and we have to understand. I think that's why UFC is the big. I think like when I look, the people, they make two best guys kill each other, and then you don't have this guy, like first tournament fight. Sometimes they have to fight each other. Like now, like This Kennedy
Yeah, for
and
Kabilov.
Khabibov, the best two guys, they should split like until final. They should not meet each other. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like because now, like they first fight now, it's I don't know. It's like
Yeah, and I think one of the message for the younger generation of MMA fighters too is like you said, there's no shortcuts. There's no easy access, and if there is, it's not for everybody. You know, so sometimes I see the younger guys that get a little bit, I guess, envious of some of the other guys, but you have to understand, like, you have to put in your work, and sometimes your path is just different from another person's. And once I understood that, it made fighting and training a lot easier because then I didn't have that resentment or salty feeling towards other fighters.
yeah,
But it doesn't mean I'm not going to still talk about it. But I
yeah,
also know, hey, what he eats doesn't make me shit, you know? And that's just like an old expression that we say, right? So
right,
it's like whatever you do is not going to do nothing for me. I need to do something for myself.
right,
And
yeah. You have to
you,
focus yourself.
yeah. And just like the hard work, I mean, you were working construction all day, early mornings, and then you still drive down to the gym and come do a crazy workout spar. And a lot of guys, some of these younger guys, it's weird because they think like, I don't want to have to work another job while I'm trying to do this. I'm like, where do you get this entitlement from? You know how hard it was for all of us? Like, yeah, it's maybe easier now. There's more sponsorship opportunities and things like that. But don't forget that you still have to pay your dues in order to even get to a point where you can quit your job and live the fighter full-time lifestyle. Like, yeah, this is the biggest and the best organization in the world, but just because you get in doesn't necessarily mean everything else just stops. You still, like, I remember when I got in 2014 and I didn't quit my job till 2017 after I won 2 fights in a row. I had finally, I just beat Renan Barao, but I lost the first 2 fights on my new contract. And I'm thinking, where's my resume? I got to go back to being a teacher because I just thought like maybe this isn't gonna work out the way I thought because I was undefeated. I won my first 4 fights. I'm 1 fight away from fighting for a title shot probably if I can finish Brian Caraway. He beats me, then the Sun Sal beats me, and I come back and I win 2 more, and then I made enough money where I'm like, okay, I'm good for now, but I'm still gonna make sure I do other stuff on the side if I need to. So
Right.
I guess that would be my message to like the younger generation. Like you see two guys like ourselves, we've been working and busting our ass, doing a full time job, and then coming to the gym and working and grinding. It just doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. It's a process. And hopefully if you're lucky enough, if you work hard and you give yourself the opportunity, good things will happen.
100%. So you have 6 fight in the UFC when you stop working or more?
No, 8.
8 fight.
'Cause I after the
Did you?
6, I lost my last 2
Yeah,
and my paid stayed the same, so I didn't make 2 checks.
yeah.
And then
You see?
I bought a
Yeah.
new car.
Respect. Bro.
And I'm thinking, okay, I bought a new car, brother. Oh
Yeah.
no,
I
I'm
remember,
paying.
bro.
Yes,
I remember. I remember.
and New York is
Yeah,
expensive.
exactly. And then because you very independent person and you just don't want to be broke and you want to take care of your family, yourself, your fiance, and then yeah, you can you have to have a plan B, and then you have to have some profession and you have to stay busy, like exactly like I think I'm very lucky, to I got here and like when I say I don't regret nothing, I don't regret. Yes, I was working wherever road I go. I guess I have to do this, but yeah, you're right. The young generations they have to, uh, uh, be like not or like be broke and training,
Yeah,
because
it's an opportunity. That's the way I look at it. It's like you get the opportunity to fight. Doesn't mean it's a guarantee. And I think you have to just be grateful that you have a chance to do something that's even some people don't even have the chance to do, right? So
yeah,
just making the most of the opportunity and if it works out. And even keeping in perspective, how many guys actually make it to the top 5 in the world? How many guys actually make it to become a title challenger in the world?
oh,
And how many guys actually become a champ and then
exactly,
could defend the belt?
right,
It's very small odds. So when you just think about it like that, you just keep it in perspective. It's like, hey, I'm gonna make sure I'm secure in myself. And again, if it was easy, if you could just, hey, I'm just gonna sleep in and wake up, go train 1 or 2 times a day and relax all day, everybody would do it.
yeah.
But it's not. It's a grind. This is a hard sport.
To be successful in MMA, you have to think about for wrong road. It's not like, yeah, you can have a one fight and you can quit, but this not gonna that gonna
Not smart.
yeah
Not the
like
smartest.
no exactly like this. You cannot live like that. You cannot live with MMA. So if you wanna you have to like this is like wrong road. Like if you stay more years, then the later comes name, then respect and money and stuff like this.
Yeah.
This is like a long road, and you have to be ready for like cut weights and be disciplined. Like don't think like shortly. I'm gonna just like
It takes time.
it takes time.
It takes a lot of time. And I hope people don't think I'm like trying to shit on other fighters because I'm not. I'm just speaking from experience, and I'm sure you are too. So I get it. But going back to you, so after a win, like, what do you like to do to celebrate like a hard training camp? I know usually after you win, I normally see you as soon as the fight's over. Merab's on the phone. He's doing interviews with people in Georgia. Uh, but after a hard camp, do you like to do anything like specific?
Uh,
Travel, anything?
yeah.
Play video games? I know you don't play video
No,
games.
no. So after the fight, I would like to take some rest and peace, and I would like to lock in, like stay in my house. My friends, all my friends know my address. They can come over and then hang out. But just having my two phone and then check the answer the phones. I would like to do that, but uh, we cannot do like this. We have to after the fight, I have to see the people if they're still out. I have to like usually after party like now. Uh, Fight in New Jersey, in Brooklyn they have after party. My friends have the after party. I have to just go and show up and give them respect. All the Georgian people will be there
Yeah.
and watching my fights and stuff. I have to go there and then
Tell them to come to the city. It's
City-
closer.
Manhattan, New York City.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brooklyn's a little bit of a trip. I mean,
Yeah,
if you take
It's
it'll be late, so hopefully traffic isn't too
yeah,
bad.
exactly. But so yeah, usually after a fight, I like to go visit my country and just get good energy and come back even more motivated.
Yeah. So, God willing, after this fight in Newark, New Jersey, everything goes well. You get the win. So after you're planning to just maybe go to Georgia. I think you're going to Baku. You said.
Yes, you're right. After this fight, hopefully, the God willing, everything goes good. Uh, Tuesday, I'm going to Georgia. I'm gonna stay in New York 2 days, like Sunday and Monday.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday, I'm flying to Georgia. I will be there Wednesday morning, and I'm gonna meet all the people in airport. And
Man, I
I'm
want to
gonna-
come so bad.
Yeah, right.
I want to
know,
come.
it's gonna
The
be-
Franco's getting married on the 14th.
Ah,
And so I can't. I'm like, damn, DeFranco, why could you pick a different day? But of course, he picked the day before the fight, so
yeah.
I can't be mad.
And then I'm going Georgia, and then I have a good trip in mind. I wanna go Swanetti. I'm bringing actually Nina Drama too.
Oh,
and
she's coming.
she's coming.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Big drama show.
No drama. Hopefully no
Nina drama. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
drama. And yes, it's gonna be big drama.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back to Georgia. I haven't been there.
But
What was that?
You know what
2022.
where I go now?
Where?
I go in Swanetti now.
And when you go back?
No, so I go Georgia, right? Tbilisi.
Yeah.
So we give you a Swan event, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm actually going to Swanetti in
Yeah, yeah.
mountains, but with a plane. Because
You're
it's
flying
quick.
right there.
Because first time we don't go because it's with the car. It takes a lot of hours. you
Yeah.
know. So and I don't want to waste the time. But from Tbilisi to we fly Swanetti, and then we gonna experience like a most beautiful trip. I know, but I mean,
I'm jealous.
if you want, so 14. So I will be Georgia in 11. 14.
I could go for like 2 days, but I'm gonna be so tired.
Yeah.
That would be amazing, though.
Yeah, that would be the best trip. But
It would be fun.
yeah, maybe. So yeah, I know you go in Azerbaijan. I'm going Azerbaijan too, and then maybe.
I'm not gonna go anymore.
No.
Baku, yeah, I can't. I was supposed to get paid to go,
Wow.
and then they changed everything. So now I'm like, brother, I'd rather go corner Pumi for his fight
Oh,
because he doesn't have anybody going with him. He has
uh,
like some people, but I'd rather go corner Pumi and then come back and corner
yeah.
Armando in Vegas.
We are big fighters now. We can't do things free, like
Yeah, so I just want to help. Yeah, I want to help these guys. If I'm not gonna, I was gonna go to make money and obviously watch Nas. Nas is one of our
Yeah,
guys, so I was gonna go and watch him with you guys. But since I can't do that, it doesn't make sense. I'd rather go help someone who can use the extra advice in the corner and just helping him just be ready because obviously he's 9-0, one more big win, and hopefully he gets a finish and maybe he gets a call up to the UFC.
yeah, man. Pumi, the most deserving guy who deserves to go UFC, and yeah. So
But
yeah,
we'll see. Maybe I'll try to go before the Franco's wedding.
yeah,
We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to come for like 2 days. Are you going? You going? Damn. Oh, you can't leave.
yeah.
Yeah.
He has to fix papers.
Yeah. So, all right, for me, last thing I wanted to ask. It seems like you train 7 days a week sometimes,
Yes.
at least from what I see.
Yeah.
Like running up the mountains, Mount Charleston, sparring, jujitsu, grappling rounds. Like, even as me as an athlete, like how do you manage to keep your body strong and healthy the entire time, especially in a fight camp leading up to like one of the biggest fights of your career?
I
I need the secrets.
Yes, I'll tell the secrets. I mean, even I learned everything from you. I tell it back. Sometimes you need to remind. So, like many years back, not many years back, I was taking Sunday definitely for sure off, and
Yeah.
then Saturday just one training session, maybe run or lifting or something like that. And then New York we were sparring, and that was my training. Just sparring, come, sparring three rounds and go home. And then Saturday, Sunday I used to take off. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter what. But after I was fixing my papers, New York. After I was I was working, Sometimes I was missing Tuesday practice. Sometimes I have to run for the DMV on Thursday, and then because I was working,
Yeah.
I cannot miss the work. And after work, sometimes I was going to do stuff, or sometimes I was taking all day, and and I start. Um, I added because I was, let's say, if I miss Monday and I was training Sunday, I was, because I already take one day off, and
Yeah.
if you miss training Monday and you still take Sunday off, and it's too much.
Yeah.
So and then uh, I was balancing like that, but and then um, also one thing happened. Usually like Sunday, like let's say now after I quit the work and stuff like that, and I have all my days, and then Sunday I take off. When I take off and I go barbecue, I met so many people, and it was different there, right? Because usually you have fun, but
Yeah.
I find out I have a hard time to go sleep. If I rest and then chill and don't do nothing,
Yeah.
and then I have a hard time to go sleep, and so I'm like, I gotta figure out, I gotta work Sunday too, like with training,
Yeah.
and then if I feel beat up on Monday or Tuesday, and when I feel beat up, then I slow down.
Yeah.
So
So do you take like supplements or anything to like help
now
with
I
the
only
like
take
recovery?
supplements that whatever UFC give us, like fish oil, vitamin D, glutamine, and
The thorn stuff?
curcum, yeah,
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take those vitamins now. I don't take protein or like shakes and stuff like this.
Yeah.
But so
'Cause
yeah, I don't know.
everyone asks me, they're like, "Yo, how does this guy train so much? He's the machine. He doesn't get
Yeah.
tired." I'm like, "Listen, man. As long as you got that diesel engine fuel, he's good to go."
So okay, to answer your question quick, Aljo, I listen my body, and I'm not taking Sunday off if I'm not beat up or if I don't have something important. I training Sunday either running or go jiu-jitsu open training, and then if I really like we all get hurt, and then I take off or slow down.
Yeah, man, we're a few days away.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for you. Of course, I'm gonna be there. We're gonna have the whole New York crew there as well. Um, Good things happen in New Jersey. Sometimes you take a jacket. Sometimes you beat Henry Cejudo.
Yeah,
Sometimes you
yeah.
get an arm triangle from bottom. I fought there 2 times.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm super excited, and I know you are too. Uh, so with that said, I don't want to keep you too long because I know it's late now. We gotta get some rest, and we're waiting for steak.
Yeah, taking to
But I appreciate you coming down and sharing some insight with everybody. Of course, we talk all the time, but I think this is a little bit different and gives a different inside look. I think for our friendship, and of course for people to see just I guess the inside of the mind of the machine. Because I know sometimes they ask the same questions over and over, so I try to make sure it was a little bit different, not to make it like all the same routine stuff. Because otherwise, that's pointless.
yeah.
Just have one microphone and one camera.
Thank you. Maybe you done, but I don't done.
Yeah.
I want to talk more. So, uh, like maybe I will maybe I will try to have my some questions for you too. But okay, right now what I want to tell you is, Aljo, I'm just grateful for you, brother. You know, when we met beginning, you was already champion of CFFC professional. Even I had like 9 fights in Georgia. When I came here in United States, I was still amateur fighter when I met you. And I mentioned a couple times, and I say when we trained first time, I remember you choked me with triangle choke, and you humbled me, and I realized how much big difference was the real professional fighter and the guy who just moved here like in emigrate professional fighter or whoever I was at the time. And
I was the champ at the time when you came.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I came 2013 in your gym, and I believe you was champion.
Ah,
Or
yes, yeah, 2013 I was. And they gave me a chance to fight for the belt in my fifth pro fight, and I thought it was too soon. I was like, brother, you guys, I'm
wow,
nervous. I was so scared. I was
wow.
so scared.
But you make it look easy. I think you finished this guy, right? The
For
first.
the belt, no.
Just
He had me in an armbar, a kimura, and a triangle.
oh, jiu-jitsu guy.
Yes, Sean Santella.
Yeah,
They with the crazy hair all the
yeah.
time. And then
He's
when
good
he
too.
got me in the triangle was the last submission that he tried. And then I picked him up and I put him on the cage. And I was like, I'm not losing today. And slammed him and I got out of it. I was like, thank God. Because I was winning the fight the whole time until
Wow,
that happened. I was like, oh my God, I'm about to lose the fight right now.
crazy.
But I wasn't as good. With the training was just, I was just really a wrestler. So I'm thankful. Like I took a lot of dumb fights, but I'm glad it just worked out.
Yeah, that fight was in Ringo Common.
That was Cage Fury. Ring of Combat was my second pro fight, my third pro fight.
Okay. Yeah,
A-
because I know you have one fight in Ringo Common.
Yeah, that was for
Uh,
the belt. So
yeah.
I got to fight for them one time, and then after that, they didn't want to pay me, and I was like, well, I gotta make money. So I don't sell tickets. I'm sorry, my
Yeah,
friends don't buy tickets. What do you want
yeah,
me to do?
yeah. So yeah, I'm just and then I'm just grateful for you, the how much I learned from you as a man, as a fighter, as an athlete, and as a human, and you. I'm sure you saw me too. Me grow up, pretty much. Yeah, that back then. Yeah, I cannot even have a conversation with you. I don't even speak English, and then I learned either like
You learn
it,
quick. You
yeah,
learned quick
yeah, thank you.
because in the beginning I was like, I want to talk to him, but I don't know how we're gonna
Yeah.
talk. It was just
Remember you drive me one
sign
time.
language.
You drive me one time in Belmore kickboxing.
Ah,
We training. I training with. You was training with Alf, Alf,
Alf, yeah,
Yeah,
Alp,
Alf.
Alp,
Yeah, Alf.
Alp Tekken, yeah.
Yeah, and then you drove me there for sparring or something, and yeah, it was so hard. You tried to conversation. I was talking something, and it was very hard. Yeah, it's crazy. And then, but like, yeah, how much things changed since that, and how where we was and where we are now, and then we still continue, and then you bro, I think you're best shape. Now your striking looks on fire, and your body looks good. You're lean, like and
Yeah.
strong, and you yeah, man, like. Uh, yeah, I remember you used to live with Al and other guys. You used to rent the room, and now you buy mom house, you own house, and everything is good. Like me too, also financially very good. You know, we are both doing good. Like you have your own business, Funk Harbor, Jamaica.
Amen,
Wow,
amen.
beautiful. I have a um, honor to be in Jamaica with you, and we was in the biggest facility wherever they make rum.
Yeah, Worthy Park. Yeah, that's where it kind of all got started. I was like, okay, now I understand what I need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember the smell, bro. So delicious smell.
yeah.
I taste a little bit, you know, but we have a great time in Jamaica, and yeah, what a great journey, man. Like this is sport. Some ups and downs and everything, but like we made it. We made it, and then so I want to also thank you. I want to tell you thank you for just be great human and just help like upper coming fighters, all your teammates, all the all the guys. You do your best, always. Like now you said you going to help for me and you never stop this. It's like and then like just I learn from you, and then I'm sure, I hope some people will learn from me to like do good things in life, and just this way life is more good. And yeah, just you are a great guy, my friend, and yeah, I wish you all the best, bro. Yeah,
Thank you,
and
brother.
thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah, and
Thank you. This smile.
yes, tomorrow.
This smile. Ah, who's cut? Who's cutting the onions?
Yeah, yeah.
Man, when we retire, we made it. Hey, Marab, we're gonna go January this day for the beach or something. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna bring the kids and
Oh, that
yeah,
would be good luck.
that's gonna be
Yeah,
like.
I think, yeah, that's gonna be the, oh man, 'cause I
I
think
think
that,
about that. I think about stuff like this, man.
listen,
It's cool.
actually now, like now that you're getting married, I start thinking about to find a good wife material girl, or like at least good girl to have a kid with. And our kids, I wanted to grow up together,
Yeah,
like that would be good.
that would
uh,
be cool.
yeah,
That would be
I don't
really cool.
wanna, yeah, I don't wanna like surrogate moms.
Yeah, yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not, but Quinta is gonna be a dad.
Wow,
Yeah, I
that's
think he said
amazing.
December,
Wow, man.
or
Wow,
something like this. But
wow, bro, that's beautiful, man.
I
That's
was like,
good.
wow. I
Oh,
was like, I
happy
hope you
for
have
you.
a boy. Come on, let's have a boy.
Oh,
Let's have a
yes.
boy.
But let me tell you this.
If it's as long as the baby's healthy,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
exactly. But I mean, we all love boys. They raise as a man, and it's easy to raise.
I just
And
need one
kick it.
boy. I could have
Ah,
10 girls. I just
okay.
want one boy the first, and then the rest. Hey, no problem. This
Yeah,
our
yeah.
son's gonna
Take
protect
it.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, smart, smart. But the girls usually more carry to parents, more take care of like
Yeah.
family, and more smart. And our kids will be good kids. We because I mean, like actually, like how you will raise your kid, and I wanna my kids near with your kids, because your kids will be like well raised,
Yeah.
because because you like everything perfect, clean, organized, and whatever you do 100%. Otherwise you don't do. So, and then this is good. Yeah, man. We gonna show our next generation like good. We have to give good example, and I think you will good. Me, I don't know.
No, you'd be great. I
Yeah, I
think you'd
think
be
I will
great.
good.
I think you'd be great.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, man.
man. Life is crazy.
Life is
And
really
life
good.
is good.
Yeah, brother. Like imagine, like we are
Life
in
is
Las
good.
Vegas now. We are in your house, in your studio, and then, like, and then you work hard. You worked hard. You're still working hard, but uh, you achieve and you made it, and then so and then we are here, man.
Yeah.
So, and then people give us respect, people give us love, and then like you earn it. Like yeah, like same thing. And nobody give you like nothing. You just come from like normal like
A normal crazy house.
yeah,
My house was crazy growing up.
yeah,
You have like 10 kids in the house.
yeah.
It's not
But
easy.
like I will maybe like like I will share. We maybe say this like when I look you like how you wanted so much, you how disciplined you was, and how you really wanted, and how you was doing everything for it, and then you know you don't cheat, you don't quit, you don't try to find the easy ways, and then you actually help even uh, more people. And you know like we all busy, we all have our stuff and our life, but you was always like a best teammate to help people, the cornering guys. And because it's MMA, and then MMA, it's not like a soccer, like you have like a coach and you have a massage and you have like take care of you and stuff like this, you know. You
Yeah.
have to be very individual. And yeah man, you
It's a
was
selfish sport. But
uh,
you know why I think I do this? There's a guy that helped me when I was in high school. High school, I don't know what you guys called it in Georgia.
yeah,
Like for us,
yeah,
we call high school is like
yeah,
when you're like
yeah, yeah,
14 to like
yeah,
17. That's usually high school.
yeah,
So for me, when I started wrestling, I started when I was a sophomore. So I was about 15 years old. And this one guy, he would take me out. His name is Dave Matana. I think you
yeah,
might have met him a
yeah, I
few
met
times.
him,
Yeah,
yeah,
great guy.
yeah, I met him,
And he was from Long Island. He just, I wrestled his son. I beat his son. So this was weird for me. And
yeah.
I was like,
In the tournament you beat his
yeah,
son.
I beat his son to go to the qualifiers. Like you have to qualify here
Yeah,
to go to the next thing. And if you qualify there, you go to the state tournament. And the state tournament is the biggest tournament. But then I qualified for the Nassau County tournament, and I beat his son. And my coach came over and he told me like, "Hey, Matana wants to take you to like off season tournaments and stuff like that." But I thought it was weird because I'm like, I don't know, like from my hometown, I don't know nobody who does stuff like this. And because he showed me this, he showed me a lot of grace, and he helped me out a lot. And I call it paying it forward, is what we say. So because he took a young kid, and especially a young black kid, this is some white guy I never met. He wants to help me out. He picks me up in the morning. I was like, Coach, how am I gonna get to the tournament? He said, Don't worry about it. He's gonna pick you up. I was like, he's gonna come pick me up at 6 o'clock in the morning, which means he has to wake up at like 5 to come get me from where he lives. He's like, yeah, he's gonna pick you up. I was like, but I don't have money for the tournament. He said, don't worry about it. He's gonna pay for it. I said, but what about money for food? I don't even have money for food. My parents not gonna give me. He's like, he's got everything covered. He took care of me, man. And to me, like even till today, I don't get to talk to him as much, but he's still like a dad to me. And I'm still good friends with his son. His
yeah.
son has twin kids.
Wow,
I
nice.
went to their wedding. Just a really good family. And when they show me that level of just love and appreciation for someone that you don't even know, it makes me do the same thing. So now when I'm coaching and I'm doing all these things, I'm like, I don't. Sometimes I'm like, I feel like I'm doing too much, but then I'm like, yeah, but this guy did this for you and he didn't have to do that. I'm like, you're right. So let me go out of my way to do this and show some love and help these guys out, because I didn't have it easy coming up, and this guy made it accessible for me to do some things. And so I look at it as like if I could help and pay it forward to the next generation, like good guys that I like, I'm gonna go out my way and help good people. So
Yeah,
that's where that comes from, and even to this day, like I that's now like inside of me, so I can't even change it if I wanted to. It's like
amazing.
if I feel I can help you, even though I'm so busy, I'm podcasting, I'm running the rum company, I'm like one of the only owners, and I'm the main owner. So I do all the like the phone calls, the emails,
Wow.
and setting everything up, going in to meet people, and then I'm training. I'm helping you for your fight. I'm helping
Yeah.
Nas for his fight. I'm helping all these guys. Then I got to train for my fight.
And
It's a
you
lot.
have fiance too.
And I have a wife, almost soon to be wife that I gotta
Yeah,
make happy. And sometimes I feel bad because sometimes I come home and I'm after a long day. Sometimes I'm like a little like
yeah, of course.
a little grumpy, and I'm like I take it out on her sometimes, and I feel bad because I'm like
Yeah, yeah.
that was shitty. But it's yeah, it's a
Respect.
lot. But
Yeah, respect. Yeah, respect. David, what's his last name?
Dave Matana.
Dave
David
McKenna, yeah,
Matana,
very
yeah.
good guy.
And his
I
son
know
Josh.
him. I know him and his son too. I met, of course, you introduced to me.
Yeah.
So we met a couple times.
We wrestled a couple of times, me and his son. Yeah,
Wow, in
yeah,
tournament. Wow, respect, bro,
yeah.
respect. And then, yeah, they are great people. Yeah, yeah, of course. Actually, his son
He's coming to the
came.
wedding. He's coming to the wedding.
Oh,
Yeah,
really nice. Yeah, his son. I think you bring him in the gym couple times, and I training with him too. Like after he was, I think maybe retired. His son.
yeah. I
He
don't remember, but
I think he.
maybe. I mean, we've done so many things at that gym, so
Yeah,
so much stuff.
yeah.
But
Anyways, yeah, man. What a great life, and respect you and.
but even for you help out your guys, man. Like you got guys that cross the Mexican border, they coming all the way from
Yeah,
go to jail, they get locked up.
yeah,
And they finally get out, they cross the border, they come see you fight, and you
yeah,
take care of them, and you give everybody, you give them hope, you give them,
yeah,
you're like their inspiration, and it's nice to see.
yeah,
I always say this about like Jamaicans, like I wish the Jamaican community was more like this, like more like trying to uplift each other, even if you don't know them.
yeah,
And it's just nice to see that because I really do feel like you've played a big role in a lot of your guys' life and giving them a place to live, giving them a place to start, giving them opportunities where, if they were back home in the country, maybe it's not as easy. But then they come here, you show them all these new things, and
yeah,
I'm sure they're very happy and grateful. And just to have someone who's inspirational for the whole country of Georgia, the second Georgian champ, it's you can't, this is like movie stuff, you can't make this type of stuff up. This is stuff that you write and you put in a movie because it doesn't happen very often. So very, very proud of you for that, and you giving back in your own way to your own people, so
yeah,
that's
man.
always nice to see.
Yeah, of course, bro. It's like you said, you learn from Dave, I learn from you, and Dave will learn from us. And then
Yeah.
it just spread out,
Yeah.
And then it's just good positive energy, and yeah, motivate each other, do good things, and you know, we are famous, we make money, but if we change, we only change for good ways, and we only be to come better. We should come only if we change, we must change to better
Yeah.
version.
Yes.
To come
I
more,
agree.
and yeah.
I think on this note, we say Marab's
Karma.
Garma Jos. Garma
Jos.
Jos. Garma Jos.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go.
How much?
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Weekly Scraps. And make sure you tune in to UFC 316 for the Merab show, the Machine, Dvalishvili taking on Sean O'Malley in a rematch. It's going to be a big fight. A lot of great fights on the main card as well, and of course the undercard. I will be there, and of course it's going to be a party. Looking forward to a great event. Of course, it's a fight. Anything can happen, but make sure you guys show some love to Merab, and we hope to see you there.
Let's go.